Keeping it real with Rudi Lickwood, the topical interactive chat show where you may end up being one of the guests, with special guests and you the audience. Comedy with Rudi Lickwood. This event is brought to you by Comedy Hotspot. Don't forget, keeping it real with Rudi Lickwood. This is an 18 certificate only.
Hello and good evening. Keeping it real with me, Rudi Lickwood. You ain't gonna believe this, yeah? But I started the show about maybe 2 minutes ago, unaware that I hadn't actually gone live. I know. It's just been one of those days for me. So you're gonna have to forgive me, people. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to get in the room, because it's not looking very busy at the moment. Oh, you're starting to pop in now. Well done. At least some people are popping up on time, which is great. The lighting's not good for some reason. I'm not sure what's happening with my lighting. Not 100% sure. But Sharon's in the room, which is great. Hello, Sharon. Thank you very much for popping in. Denise, you're always on time, girl. You're always on time. Hello, Natalie. How you doing? Astrid. What should I say to you, Astrid? I saw you peel off your hair today. I was like, oh my God, my Guyanese gem is peeling off her hair. But it was for your mum, so it made sense. It made total sense to me. You know what I mean? I do appreciate you coming in. I really do. And all those others who are hiding and not even bothering to say hello to me. It makes such a big difference to the show when people give me a little hands up. They say a little hi to me. You know, it makes me feel comfortable. It will make everybody else feel comfortable. And thank you for joining last week's show. I'm sure a lot of you enjoyed last week's show. I was getting inundated with a lot of calls asking me, why didn't you let Paul Dawkins sing? Why didn't you let Paul Dawkins sing? And I thought to myself, why should he sing? Do you know what I mean? He came to be interviewed. He didn't come to sing. He came to be interviewed. He was like, no, man, you shouldn't make him sing. Good evening, Trev. Thank you very much, my friend. Good evening. He's like, yeah, man, you shouldn't make him sing, man. You shouldn't make him sing. So I thought about it, and I thought that before I bring out my first guest, yeah, what I would do was, I shouldn't really, you know what I mean? I shouldn't really, but I thought, you guys been good to me, so I thought I'd be good to you.
Oh yes, listen. Is that the way to love someone? Oh yes, won't you tell me, is that the way to love someone? Oh yes, yes. 'Cause when you meet for the first time, you feel well, give me here now. I can't hear you. Okay, my turn, listen. I hold my pillow so close, and I turn softly and call your name out low.
Yes, that's what you lot missed last week. You missed Paul Dawkins, man. You know what I mean? He's reggae royalty. He really is reggae royalty. Do you know what I mean? I actually got him to perform at my wedding. That's how high I put him. I put him right up there with some of the greats like Rudy Thomas and all them kind of people. Sandra Cross, you know. I believe we got a newbie in the house. Pauline Bennett, I'm a newbie. Where do I type for Rudi to see my messages? Where do I type? I think you found where you typed, don't you? I think you found where you typed, girl. Thank you very much for popping in. This is Rudi Lickwood keeping it real. I say keeping it real because I get to meet a lot of people, as we all do. You know what I mean? And sometimes the biggest stars are not always the most interesting people. Not that I find anyway. I find that people who are supportive to me are bigger people. You know, anyone who's actually supportive to me and I could be supportive to them, they're bigger in my eyes. You know what I mean? I don't care if your name is Chris Eubank. That's a terrible name. Yeah. But I don't really care. I don't really care. I'm interested in people that I love and that I care about and who care about me. Do you know what I mean? So what I've decided to do is that my first guest will always be somebody who regularly shows up at my shows. You know, so I do Rudi Lickwood rants on a Monday and a Wednesday and a Friday at 8:15 in the morning. And this young lady, she's there. She's there for me, man. So I thought I was going to be there for her. You know, I thought I thought to myself that if she could take the time out for me, then I should be able to take the time out for her. And so please allow me to introduce you to my first guest in the way that I do. Please welcome Julie Juice. Yeah, look at it. You see what I'm saying? Straight away. She's like, nah, really? Nah, really? Do you know how much work? Do you know how much work went into me putting that together, young lady?
Good evening, people. Good evening, all my beautiful people out there. I don't really know how long it took you, so I just want to big up everybody who's in the room.
I'm
my
sure
daughter, who's watching me,
sure
Olita.
Okay, well that's great. Could you just check your cable because it seems to be feeding back ever so slightly. Oh. Ever so slightly. And no, man, you can relax, girl. Yeah, it's nicer when you relax. Do you know what I mean?
I am relaxed.
There's a nice face. Look at that. Antigua's in the room. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to pick up my Zoom crew. So Spice, Kaz, Plush, Mal, Mandy, Yolanda,
Plush, Yolanda.
Jeremy.
Look at that.
Money Penny, OP.
See, look at that. Lovely photos of chocolate, Julie. You know what I mean?
Rebel.
She's putting herself down. I don't know why you're putting yourself down.
I'm good. You just took a load of pictures. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. You just took a load of pictures. Yeah.
Big old Spice.
They're pictures of you, aren't they? Eh?
Oh my
Look
God.
at that. Even Trevor saying good evening. You got Donna saying good evening.
And to my Ransom Bats family, Denise, Donna.
Look at
Trevor,
that. They're all here, man.
Tony, yay.
Donna. I don't know. Telling her she look gorgeous. You tell her she look gorgeous.
Love you all.
Shugs is in the room as well.
Yes, and Shugs, and then to all the ridiculous comedians, Blair, Mr. Francis, Mr. C, Joseph, and somebody called Liquid.
Liquid. Who's Liquid? Look at that.
You know,
Olita. Hey, mom. Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
I love it, Bob. How you doing?
Yeah, and the thing is, you should know that I'm fast. Anyway, everybody knows that I'm fast.
So
yeah, I always dig in your business. That's my job, man.
And I apologize for the feedback, people, but I just can't seem to remedy it.
Okay. Well, what we'll do is we won't worry about it too much.
Okay.
Yeah, we won't worry about it too much because I find that if we end up worrying about that too much, we'll end up focusing too much on the feedback and everything instead of like focusing on you.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
My goodness.
I mean, look at you there. Look at you there.
Yeah. No, really.
What was going on? Look at your mouth. Your mouth is so tight. Even then you struggle to break a smile. What's going on there? Even then,
Yeah.
you struggle to break a smile. Hmm?
It's got to be
What?
almost 50 years ago. So I don't know.
Almost. Did you say almost 50 years ago?
Yeah, probably about
Right.
48 years ago. That was 48. So
Okay.
don't ask what I was doing
Okay.
that
Well,
day.
so that means that you're a baby compared to me. Then you're a baby
Not
because
much of a baby,
here's what you
yeah.
did. Here's what you did on your 50th, isn't it? Isn't that what you did on your 50th?
No, I was
Yeah,
younger
okay.
than that there. I was probably about, I don't know, 42, 43, something like that.
Boy, them boobies look a bit big though, don't you think? What was that? Buchu?
Yeah,
Is that meant to
yeah.
be a buchu? Is that a buchu? Yeah.
Bustier. It's a bustier.
That's a bustier. Yeah, I think that's the sort of thing that Trevor would wear when no one's when no one's watching. You can imagine Trevor going into his girlfriend's drawers and stuff like that and pulling something out like that. Because you actually make cakes, don't you?
I do as a hobby. Yes, I do.
You're pretty good because unfortunately I was unable to go down to Hyde Park on Sunday.
Yeah. You
where you met up with the Zoom crew, I believe.
The Zoom crew, yeah. Amazing
And
people.
there was no social distancing from what I understand.
It is what it is. Oh,
What do you mean it is what it is?
Hi, Aisha.
Is that your sister?
Yeah. Oh.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's quite interesting because I've got a family photograph here.
You have. She's not in that picture.
Oh, sorry, hi Aisha. I was hoping that I would have got you. Yeah. But it seems like you must have been away that day.
She was.
Where was she? Is it? She was. And is that why you lot decided to take the picture, seeing as she weren't there? You thought, seeing as she's not here, right? We'll take a picture.
You know what? She's a lot younger than me, so we were out at a party.
You was at a party. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Antigua was saying, yeah, your signature rum cake was D-lick.
Thank you so much.
She actually said it was D-lick. In other words, she was licking her fingers. You know what I mean? Which can't be too bad. Can't be too bad. So what is it? Do you just do it as a hobby, or is it something that
I do for friends, family. I do have a customer base, a regular customer base that I do throughout the year, particularly at Christmas.
Christmas time. Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good time to get. That's a good time to get the cake out.
I tend to shy away from decorating.
Well, I wouldn't. Well, you got to stick to your strengths. That's what I say.
Yeah, good tasting cakes is what I do.
Well, if it's good tasting cakes people are looking for, they can always take a look at the bottom there. Get all the Judy juice at 65 there. So if that's what you do and you stick to just making cakes, right? I guess it must be because I noticed that you're a lefty. You're not a right-handed person at all, are you? You are, innit? You're a lefty, innit? Yeah. You're a lefty.
I am so left-handed in a right-handed world. Yeah, bring it on. Come.
What do you mean? Bring it? Look at her. You see, you've come here. You've come here looking for a fight, and I've gone out of my way, right, to even recite a poem for you, or for all left-handed people.
Emotional.
It isn't easy being left-handed. Everything seems wrong the wrong way round, and back to front and upside down. And yes, it can be very confusing when it's the opposite to the right hand they are using. Opening up tins is a no-no, and known smudge writing another no-go. There's no left-handed pianos, no left-handed cars, but at least there's left-handed scissors and left-handed guitars. When you're a lefty, the world is unfair because all the righties really don't care. And it's not all bad news for lefties, it's true. A lot of great people are being lefties too. Like Jimi Hendrix and Paul McCartney were left-handed stars. And many a president like Barack Obama.
Come on now.
Yeah, so take heart, all you southpaws. You 1 out of every 10. Being left-handed isn't all that bad. And there's more left-handed women than left-handed men.
Come on now. And interestingly, Paul McCartney has the same birthday as me, but has not given me any money.
Is it? Why would you want him to give you some money anyway? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? I mean, he wouldn't even give his one-footed ex-wife any money. She's got to just turn around on one leg like a spinning top. She got to turn around like one leg on a spinning top. Do you not notice how she's always at the alcohol? That's how she is, you know. When we go Zoom party, she's always got the alcohol in her hand. What do you mean I'm just jealous that I'm not right-handed for real? How dare you? I'm not jealous, you know. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous. I got no reason to be jealous. Not at all. Not at all. So tell us about your family, because you've got a massive family. You're 4 generations deep.
Deep, yeah.
You are literally 4 generations deep. Look at this. Look at this.
That's my beautiful mum.
Mm-hmm.
The middle picture of the grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
The photo shoot that the adults couldn't get in because there was too many grandchildren. The bottom one, that's of me at my 50th with my sibling.
Okay.
And that's my mum to the bottom right. That's on her 80th birthday. So
On
my
her
mum,
80th. Because she's now 83, isn't she? She's now 83,
Yeah.
if I'm correct.
Yeah, that's
I've
right.
done my research. On you.
That's really good of you.
That's nice. I like the 70s picture in the middle there.
Yeah.
I like that one. That one. The one down at the bottom.
Yeah, we've all got natural jaffros, so yeah, it's good, man.
Yeah, that's when you lot was using Dixie Peach, and then if you ran out of Dixie Peach, you used Vaseline.
What was it, Dixie Peach? What was it called?
It weren't Dixie Peach.
No, it's another one.
What
Blue
could you
Magic.
lot? Blue Magic. Never heard of it. That must be a Birmingham thing, isn't it?
Yeah, don't see. You lot all say Birmingham incorrectly.
Yeah.
No, you in Birmingham.
Birmingham. You lot never sound. That's why you're so miserable half the time, because it's
Listen, yeah.
Birmingham.
It's Birmingham.
It's Birmingham. You always sound like you're down. Everyone, they always sound. Even when you're happy, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, cheer up, man. No, I'm happy. I'm really happy. I really am.
That's right. Yeah.
So you've got the one daughter, is that right, Alita?
Yeah, I have.
And I know you're very, very proud of Alita, aren't you?
Yeah, she's a little gem star. Most of
the time. That's not her fault. All that means is that she takes after you.
No, really?
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. Look what she's got. Look at this.
Yeah, a little stunner.
Look at that. What was she doing here? What was she doing here at the time?
That was her graduation when she got a degree. She got a foundation degree the year before, and that was her when she got a full degree. So yeah.
Congratulations, young lady. I can see Mum standing behind you like she used to stand behind you with a bamboo. Go in your room and get your own work done. Go in your room. Get the work done.
You so looked on my Facebook. Oh,
of course I looked at, because you was a little bad girl back in the day. You were a bad girl. Look at her. You were bad. Look at you. You was a bad girl. You can see that. Look how the hands are up. Bad girl, you know. Bad girl. That ain't. That's that. You can see that you was wild.
That was
you
was wild.
Was that a weekender? Is that when you was away from your mum and dad and everybody, innit? Getting up to mischief. Is that when Olita was born?
But I might say yes to that, but not on the weekend. She was probably already born there.
Oh my God! God!
Yeah. So it's a good 20 years, that picture.
Okay, no, it's a lovely picture. I like it because it kind of shows just exactly how much of a there was a rebel. There was an actual rebel in you.
Yeah. Go ahead. Next one.
No, what do you mean? No, because you as you explained to me, you actually went to university. You went to university late.
I did, yes.
Yeah. And why was that? Why did you go to university late?
I decided I was an A-star student. Growing up, I should have gone to Cambridge when I was 17, which was a year early. I was in inner city Birmingham, and I kind of wanted to party, get a job, because I kind of thought if I'd have gone to Cambridge, I'd have probably beaten a couple of the guys there.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame, especially with the kind of man then we got on street who got knocked out today. Knocked out the other day.
Very early 80s.
Right, so, it was.
Yeah, I just decided not to do that, and then just thought I needed to be a role model to my daughter. So at 35, I went to uni. She was 3 years old, and
okay,
and
well
had a brilliant time. Got my masters, Because
I noticed that when you put your comments, your words are totally different to somebody like Antigua or Denise, you know, because you know them lower class people there. You know them lower class people there. I noticed that your words are quite chosen, quite eloquent.
Yeah, I did lecture, and
yeah, but what do you lecture in? Let's talk about what you actually lecture in. I think that's quite interesting.
I lectured in youth and community development. I taught on the degree course for 5 years. I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, I did that for 5 years and I loved it. I taught health and social care, English and maths to adults for 7 years. Yeah.
That must have been a struggle teaching maths and English, especially to adults with the left hand and you're writing on the board. That must have been bloody hard. Especially if you're a black woman. And the thing about what I love about black women is when they're out of the workplace and they want to get away. Do you know what I mean? And they want to forget all that frustration and all of that crap that they have to put up with at work. You really do get away, didn't you? You really actually do get out there. And I think no, don't tell me that I didn't. Oh no.
What next?
Oh no. You are so lucky. You really are. You know what I'm gonna actually do? Because I think this is worth everybody seeing. That I'm actually gonna take the time out to go and find this clip. That I think everybody should. I think everybody's entitled to see you letting off.
Thank you, Alan. At my graduation. Thank you.
I think they should be entitled to see you, what you're like when you're actually when you're actually enjoying yourself. And I've even taken the liberty of adding one of your favorite tunes.
Oh God.
To this as well. I think you'll like it. I honestly do believe that you'll like it. You know, but I can imagine when all the stress and everything is there, and you know you got to leave your culture, back at work, and you think to yourself, right?
Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get away from everything.
Music is a world within itself, with a language we all understand, with an equal opportunity for all to sing, dance, and clap their hands. Well, just because the record has a groove, don't make it in the groove. But you can tell right away.
Now I was wondering, did you knock everybody off the dance floor? What happened? Where was everybody else? Did you knock them off the dance floor? You were the only person on the dance floor out there, girl.
Yeah. And it wasn't even my party. I just got up. I was invited to the party and nobody was dancing. It was a huge dance floor and I went, okay, there you go. Didn't realise my daughter was filming me and then she just sent it round to everybody saying, one man party with my mum.
Yeah, because if there's one thing I love about going through your stuff was the relationship that you actually do have with your daughter. That is you and her, isn't it? That is just you and her. Just. What are you two like, man? What? And the thing is, right? You don't even stop there, do you?
It's awful. Apologise for my daughter's constant Snapchat. She's lying, okay? Ridiculous. Thankfully for me, I don't have Snapchat.
You don't stop there. You two have got a mad relationship, bro. You got a mad. It's lovely. It's lovely.
Yeah, thank you.
No, it genuinely is. I mean, you know, to see mum and daughter enjoying each other's company like that, I think it's brilliant. I mean, for you, it might feel a bit embarrassing, but for me, I think it's brilliant to see.
Thank you. Yeah, that's nice of you to say.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Look how she's gone all reserved and coy on me. Have you noticed that, people?
No, listen, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about my little prize gem there.
Oh. So tell us what you actually do for work. Tell us. Let's get down to it.
I work with survivors of modern day slavery. I am a counselling coordinator So what I actually do is work with survivors to try and get them into work if they have rights to work. If they don't have rights to work, we try and get them onto courses and work experience placement. So yeah, that's what I do.
So you actually, it's modern day slavery we're talking about here.
Yes.
Yeah, because that is not something that I come into contact with on a daily basis. It's
so they envisage within the next 5 to 10 years, modern day slavery will outsource drugs.
Are you for real?
Because there's a far bigger income from a human being than there is from drugs.
Oh, there's more money to be made.
Yeah.
Damn. So what do you actually do then? Do you actually try to clean it up, or do you try to source who's bringing these people across? Or
I'm not a frontline worker. I work after they've been assigned to safe houses.
Okay.
So once they've declared themselves as a victim of it's called human trafficking. So once they declare themselves as a victim of human trafficking and they're in safe houses, we then go and work with them after that. So yeah. But most of them don't have rights to work in this country. So we need to support them in getting caseworkers together and getting their caseloads and getting them experience to refill their CVs, really.
But if they're not allowed to work, what's the point of giving them a CV?
Because then if they don't stay in this country, they've got skills. You're not going to give them an empty CV. You have to give them a CV that's full with experience.
Okay.
Because you might have some survivors that have been enslaved for 20 years, 15 years, and you don't really want to put on your CV, oh yeah, I was a victim of sexual exploitation, or I was forced as a domestic servitude for that long. So you need to kind of look at the here and now. So that's my role.
Okay, but that's not all you do, is it? You actually work with senior citizens too.
I do, yes. I volunteer 1 day a week at Cape Care Community Centre in Smethwick, and work with a group of seniors. The youngest is 67 and the eldest is 94.
Bloody hell. It makes me wonder how you actually switch off, because that's it's hard work. I can appreciate that it's hard work, but it actually sounds quite depressing as well to see. Or do you see it as that you actually help? I know you're helping these people, but it's like such a depressing situation to be in.
There are some tearjerker moments that I'm not going to lie, because when you do hear some of the stories, they are quite harrowing. But the outcome of some of the work in moving them forward and them seeking independence becomes a bigger journey. So just makes you a little bit more appreciative of what you have. And then you make silly little videos with your daughter when you go home, and you go
and chill out, innit? To get
music is a world within itself.
Oh, got to get away from it all. Got to get away from it all. Got to make some cakes. Got to make some cakes. Oh my God, got to make some.
something like that, yeah.
Or maybe.
That's awful. Apologise to my daughter.
It's the only way to be. It's the only way to be. But the thing is that our time has really just gone whaps, believe it or not.
It really has, yeah.
It really has flown, and I hope you. I hope you've enjoyed this short time that we've spent together.
I have indeed. Thank you.
Do you know what I mean? Because I saw how nervous you was when we were starting up. It was like you're fixing your shoulders, fixing your look at her straight to the alcohol. That's when you could tell. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a little break, all right, and then I'm gonna come back and introduce everybody, in fact, to my next guest. All right, so. Please, people, just say a nice little thank you to Jules for me. Look at that. This is your life, Jules. Did you hear that? Raw.
Yeah.
You know he's going to always use those clips on you for now. You know that, don't you?
Oh,
nah, man. Nah. Come on, don't be like that, man. Don't be like that. You're never going to see this one again. Right? This one will never, ever, ever pop up again, right? And the same with this one. This one will never. We won't
That's
see that
done.
one again. Okay. It will never pop up. You guys can trust me on that one. Do you know what I mean?
Just wait
You know what I
till
mean?
Rachel rants Wednesday, family. Yeah, let's get him good and proper. Yeah.
What? Get who? Why would you not want to do that?
Denise, Plush, Kaz, Shouse.
Why
Sort
would
them
you
out,
want to do that? Look at that. Oh, bless Julie yourself. Well done. Loved your interview. Rudy, you did good. Did you hear that?
Thank you.
Rudy, you did good. Thank you very much. We'll be back in a moment.
To an extent, organ donation is about getting the best match between a donor and a recipient. The closest matches are found within the same ethnic communities. For example, Caucasian donors are likely to donate to Caucasian recipients because their blood groups and tissue types can be closely matched. The same applies to Black and Asian communities. Unfortunately, there are fewer donors from those communities, which means recipients wait longer for a transplant.
Oh, and we're back. Astrid says, thank you, Jules, for sharing. Trust me, you should have expected it. Look what he dug up on me. Yeah, but you were different, Astrid. Look at you. You were climbing through the trees. You were doing somersaults. You were doing things you weren't supposed to do. Do you know what I mean? Imagine what we're going to find out about Shugs one day. We're going to find out some stuff about Shugs. You know what I mean? Look at them. They're just cussing me. Your backside, Rudy. Julie, love you, hon. Great to meet you and to know what you do. See? Because the thing is, all you guys come into my room and you come in the mornings and you come in on a Wednesday and you come in on a Saturday. And I think it's only fair that we get an opportunity to actually meet each other. And I much prefer this platform. I really do. I much prefer this platform. I think it's good that we get an opportunity to meet people who are doing different things than that. But I think it's even better when we get an opportunity to meet one another. And this gentleman that I want to introduce you to now, I actually met him in the gym. Yeah, he was a Margaret. I couldn't believe this guy was skinny. He was skinny, you see him? It was like, when you go up to the like everyone goes up to the bar and they try and pull themselves up. Yeah. It's like he would put his hand on the bar and he's pulling and his legs ain't coming off the floor. You know them kind of man there? Weak. Them man they're weak, you know. He couldn't pull himself up off the floor. Yeah. And then he kind of like just disappeared on me. It's like I honestly didn't know where he went. It was like he just disappeared. Yeah. And then it was like he just totally disappeared. And I was wondering what was he doing? What was he getting up to? And it didn't take me too long to find out, believe it or not. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually looking for his intro.
Good evening.
Good evening, bro. How you doing?
Good evening. I'm well. I'm good. I'm doing well.
Yeah, you're looking good, man. I ain't gonna lie. You look good. That little Margaret that I first met ain't Margaret no more.
Nah. It's been a good meal that I've been having. Yeah.
It's more than good meals, man. I think it's more than good meals. I think something must have motivated you.
Maybe, yeah. Seeing guys like yourself, I see you, with a t-shirt on, but I remember you back in the day, and I'd be looking at you like, you've been lifting some weight. So,
yeah. Did you hear that, people? He saw me, you know what I mean? But I was doing calisthenics though. I wasn't actually doing weightlifting. Do you know what I mean? That was something that I never really pushed for, right? Because I found that there was just too much testosterone in the weightlifting, and I just didn't. Nah, man, I just didn't want to compete, because I mean, look.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Keep
14,
going, son. Keep going, son. Push
15,
it. Go on, son.
16,
Get it up there. Go on.
17.
You push and push, didn't you? You do push though, don't you?
I did push. Now I'm doing a bit more calisthenics myself, but yeah, I was doing like yeah, I think there I was trying to do like 100 kg, 20 reps. So
yeah.
Yeah.
No, man, because I think sometimes you go too far.
Come on.
What the hell happened there?
I think he put the phone down and saved my life. That's exactly what happened.
I was thinking to myself.
I woke up in the morning and I thought, oh, you know what? I'm feeling like Superman today, and yeah, it was all here and not much physical. So when I tried to lift, I think it was like 140 there. I just couldn't do it. So he saved my life that day. I should be very thankful for him. But yeah,
I should think so too, mate. That's way too much, man. You know, to me that's when the ego goes a little bit wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's when those injuries happen. Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. Pauline. Pull them up. Pull them up. He is a handsome man. But the thing is that what I discovered about our handsome man, okay, is that he's very, 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 and I mean extremely, extremely, extremely in love. He's in love. He's in love.
Yeah.
You are, bro. You are.
You know why that's so awkward? That's my ex-girlfriend.
Was that your ex? Oh shit. Oh no. I hope your missus ain't watching. I hope she's not watching.
I think she is. I think she is as well.
Oh, babes. Forgive. Listen, it's Rudi who's messed up, yeah? Yes. I'm the one who's messed up. I got it wrong. I got it totally wrong. In fact, forget that. Let's talk about when you was 12 years old. Let's move it on. Let's talk about when you was. How old was you there?
I'm not too sure. You know, I think I was must have been like 8 or 7. I think I was wearing the Man United colours, so I think I must have been 8 or something. But yeah. I'm just admiring my little haircut there, and little glasses.
Okay.
But yeah.
Because that's one thing that you do. You always keep yourself well pruned. I like that about you, actually.
I think, you know what? I think during lockdown and quarantine, I've tried to tell fellas to like learn how to cut your own hair. Of course, you're gonna mess up a few times, but you know, I think, you know, if you can learn to cut your own hair, then it just any situation you're ready for it. And more of a mental thing as well. Sometimes I'll shape myself up or give myself a fade and just be like, okay, I'm ready for the day. But yeah, it's cool.
So what, you did the fade yourself?
This one, you know, I'm not even gonna take credit for this one. It was someone else, but
yeah, normally, them edges look too sharp to kind of. Because the thing is, if you look at my moustache clearly, you can see that I do this myself. Yeah, it's not very true. It's not in the right places and whatever. But you mentioned lockdown, right? And we're both into the arts, and I was wondering, because you're an actor. You are an actor. I mean, on a serious note, you are an actor. And how long have you been acting now?
Professionally about 10 years. I think I finished drama school 10 years ago, and and I've kind of been pursuing it since maybe 15.
Okay.
So yeah, quite a while now. I'm 33 now, so I'd say it's like 18 years. So yeah.
Whoa.
It's quite a while.
Yeah, because the thing is that you've done quite a bit, but the thing is that you went into theatrical. If I'm correct, you went into theatrical acting, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, you know, I was a bit of a bad youth back in the day. I was in a school in Camden, and I was getting excluded and running with the wrong crowd and whatnot. And my mother always, you know, she's into the arts, whether that was opera or theatre or anything in that regard. And she used to take me to a theatre. It used to be called a Tri School. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, in Kilburn.
And now it's called the Clin Theatre.
Yeah.
And she wanted me to see black playwrights. So at the time, I think it was August Wilson had a few plays at the Trasford Theatre, and every single play that was there was directed by Paulette Randall, black female director as well. And it just kind of just changed my whole view on what I want to do. And it was just, even though it was set in America, it was just so amazing to see these black actors tell such captivating stories, and it just inspired me to want to do that. So I stopped being a bit of a bad youth, and and focus my energies into acting. So yeah, it's been cool so far, ups and downs, but yeah, it's been cool.
So that means that you've been in some very good company, because Paulette Randall is responsible for managing people like Curtis Walker, and initially took Richard Blackwood's career to where it currently is now. She's highly. I mean, his young lady who's also behind Desmond's. You know, also behind Get Up, Stand Up, The Real McCoy, and that's as a producer. That's one of the females behind the camera, ladies and gentlemen at home, who pushed the arts a little bit further. She also got Curtis, not Curtis. I think it was Curtis. If you guys can remember the interview when we was talking with Curtis when he was at the Olympics, and he was doing the announcements there.
She was actually a lot of the brains behind the London Olympics. Yeah, so she's because she was working with I forgot a guy. Oh my gosh, I know his son as well. Anyway, the guy who took most of the credit for it, the director, Danny Boyle.
Oh, Danny Boyle, the Irish brother, isn't it?
Yeah, so she was working with him, but a lot of the ideas were actually from her. So I kind of don't feel like she's got her just credit, even in the theatre and in a whole industry. I don't know, you know, industries are careers are careers, but I think you speak to most people, they really respect Paulette Randall, and it's a shame that she's not the big name that she really
that she's supposed to be. Yeah, I mean, she ended up moving out of London and living in Bristol, with all the bad stress and everything. I'm just going to bring Julie into the room so she can be part of this conversation that we're having. Sorry, darling, don't think I forgot about ya.
I'm
all
good.
Right? I know you're sitting there, and believe it or not, nobody even asked for you. None of them not in the room asked for you. Not Denise, not Trevor, not Antigua. Not one of them asked for you. Now they were basically saying, just leave her, make her sit down back there. Make her just sit down.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, make her just sit down there, sir. No, so tell us, bruv, how has the career been for you? Because if it's been like 18 years now, and I know some of the things that you've done, but it would be good if you tell everybody else what you've done. I mean, for example, you know, Prince of Egypt is what you're currently doing, yeah?
Yeah. So I'm currently in the West End. Or whatever.
That's hard to say, innit?
Be there right now. Yeah, it felt like I was lying. Like normally I would be doing a show right now at 9:15, but because of COVID, obviously I'm here in my house. But I've had obviously I think with most actors they're not where they exactly want to be. But yeah, I've definitely done some things I've been proud of. You know, done a tiny bit of TV. Did Brothers No Game, which you probably know me from.
But the thing is that you just slid past that like it was nothing. Yeah. Brothers with No Game. You just slid past that like it was nothing. It was actually a web series.
Yes, it was.
That was produced on the internet, and I remember watching it in 2012 and hoping that it was going to become something massive that it should have done. Do you know? Tell us a bit of background behind that.
Well, Brothers with No Game was actually a blog. It started as a blog, and I used to read it. I think one of my ex-girlfriends introduced me to it. And then one day they advertised just doing a web series, because at the time, I think around 2010, web series were kind of like on the rise. And I think just in terms of seeing black people on the screen, it wasn't what it was now, you know. So I think people are desperate to see more black stories, you know.
Our stories. We wanted to hear our stories.
Exactly, our narrative. You know, written by us. I don't even want to say for us, but written by us. So there's a realism there. There's a truthfulness there that you just don't really get on TV, because none of the stuff we watch on TV really represented us well. So it's these four brothers create this web series, and I just kind of auditioned just on a whim, thinking I don't know what this is going to be, but I'm a fan of the blog. End up getting a role. For me, it was for the love of creating something new. So it was for free. I didn't get any money from it. It was on YouTube. Brothers No Game. The first episode think it was called a Hesky role, where it was my character.
That was right, the Hesky role, yeah.
Yeah, so my character was mainly featured on that. It's basically about these 4 guys who, four young professional black men. It's not about gangs, it's not about anything particularly negative or all the negative connotations.
I think that's what was quite refreshing about it. Actually. Yeah.
And it was just 4 natural guys who just don't happen to have much game when it comes to the opposite sex, and that's really the basis of it. And it was funny, and it was lovely to do. But yeah, I think it was a bit ahead of its time, and I think there were some decisions made, which I think...
No, keep it real. What decisions that were made?
The thing is, I think also at the time is that you have to understand, like, Channel 4, Sky, HBO, Netflix are jumping on people like Michaela Cole and saying, create something for us, and we still want it to be something that you created, so we don't want to, dilute what you've created. But I think at the time there was a lot of, they had to have a lot of meetings, and in these meetings they had to compromise. And I think maybe to the detriment of the progression of the show, they didn't want to compromise on certain things, and they want to keep, they wanted to keep hold of their, their baby, their art. And I think because I think BBC, they wanted white characters more. Yeah,
that's what they always want to whitewash it out.
You know what I mean? They want to whitewash it.
They always feel that black don't sell.
Exactly.
And then that's why you get questions like, you got a question here from Pauline here.
Would you consider going to doing an Idris Elba and going to USA? Yes. So I don't really want to give myself a timeline because I feel like I've not finished what I wanted to accomplish here in my hometown and country, obviously. But yeah, I think the dream for me definitely is to live in America. I think even still, the best work is out there, more money is out there, the competition is high out there. But when you believe in yourself and and you watch things on TV that inspire you, then that's really where you want to be. And I tend to watch more American stuff than I do UK. So even if I had like a nice little HBO series similar to like Idris had The Wire, I'd be more than happy with that. So that's definitely where I see myself in the future. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because I mean, because I've never really had that ambition to really go over to America, to be honest with you. I've always felt that because I knew the internet was here and I knew that it was possible to actually make it. I wouldn't say make it, but be happy with what I'm doing without necessarily having to feel that America is the end all and the be all of things. But in terms of actors, most of the actors who were in the Posse, do you remember the Posse at all? No, they were the first touring black touring group that had like Eddie Nestor in it, Robbie G was in it, Griffiths and all them boys that were in it. No. And most of those guys ended up going off to America in order to make their way, and then I'm going to assume now that because of the lack of roles that the TV had to offer you, is that why you ended up going into theatre and singing?
It's a tough one. I think because my training was just acting, it wasn't singing at all. In fact, I didn't even really think of myself as someone who sang at all when I finished drama school. And I had this really crap agent at the time, I'll be totally real. And he used to put me up for anything. So it might have been a Nestle ad one week. It might have been some kind of theatre education, wearing a cow outfit for 3-year-olds, and it might have been a West End show one week. So I think he put me forward for a musical called The Fantastics, and which was in a West End, and I think I got to like the last 3 or something. I got to the final, and I was like, wow, I was really close to getting a West End musical. That's one of the leads. And then after that, I got another audition for a West End musical called The Rat Pack, and I ended up kind of getting a role understudying for Sammy Davis Jr., and that really was my first kind of introduction to singing on stage, because I'd never really sung on stage before. So yeah, it was. Bruv,
I'll tell you something. Try to do the understudy for Sammy Davis Jr. That's some big shoes to fill. Do you know what I mean? Because he was performing from when he was a kid. That is Sammy Davis Jr., bro.
The legend, yeah.
12 years old, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's just amazing to know that, you know, you could be standing on somebody's shoulders like that. You know, there's so much. I think there's so much inspiration for black actors when I think about it. You know, you've got so many shoulders that you can. You've got so many role models now that you can look at. You know?
And even a guy I was understudying for, Giles Torreira. He's a brilliant actor, brilliant mind, brilliant writer. So for me to understudy him and just kind of pick his brains and watch him perform Sammy Davis Jr., it showed me a lot, you know, in terms of professionalism, just the way he conducted himself on stage, off stage. So yeah, it was a good way to kind of break into musical theatre, that is. But I had done theatre before, but yeah. Okay,
because I've often wanted to do. You know, have you ever seen Sammy Davis Jr. do Mr. Bojangles?
Yeah, of course. That was the song I'd sing all the time. Yeah.
That is a killer set, bro. I've tried doing the dance routine myself. I love dance. I'm not good at dancing. I've got 2 left foot, right? But I still have a go.
Oh,
you know,
left foot now.
Yeah, you heard left foot, darling. Unlike some people, you know what I mean. We're not all fortunate. We're not all blessed. Do you know what I mean?
Music is a world within itself, with a language.
We don't all clear the dance floor. What? Am I the only one who's finding that funny? I think that's funny. I don't care. Don't hold back. JD, don't hold back on her, right? When she's ready now, she's ready. When she's ready, she's ready.
I see her. Shake her leg. I see her.
So tell us, bruv. So you've done the Rat Pack, yeah? Did that help you tour? Did you tour the world with that, or did you? Where did that take you?
Yeah, so that took me. I did an international tour of that. I did it in the West End. I did it in a Palladium. Did it in a Wyndham Theatre. Did it around so many weird towns in England, which just opened my eyes to parts of England which I never really want to go back to. But yeah, it was really cool. And then I worked with another company where I went to America, went around Europe. So yeah, it really took me around the world in a lot of ways. Did a lot of corporate gigs, birthdays, weddings, and stuff like that. Being so yeah, that role, playing that role, is actually really kind of like took me around the world. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever read
man? Which one?
The autobiography of Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah. So I read his autobiography.
Did it give you anything interesting?
Yeah, it's funny, you know, because I come from more of an acting perspective when I look at characters. So obviously I'm playing a man who, as much as he's an incredible entertainer, he's got such a history. You know, it's like that video of him as a 12-year-old, he's with his uncle and his father, and all of them were really talented. And unfortunately, it was only Sammy who was able to, you know, eat at master's table. You know, he was the only one to make that breakthrough. So there's a lot of sadness, you know, and I think guilt he probably has, because he knows that, you know, there's so many other incredibly talented black people, and he was really the only one given the you know, the foot in the door, you know, thanks to Frank Sinatra. So it was interesting because when I was reading his book, I try and play this kind of like conflicted, you know, man who kind of like, he smiles on that, you know, outwardly, you know, he's this great entertainer, but there is, you know, a thing, especially when if anyone YouTubes him singing Mr. Bojangles, there's just this darkness, and there's this so many shade. You can tell, you know, he's singing about himself, you know, in a way. We're singing about a man who he knows. And there is that kind of light and shade. And I kind of feel like when I was doing it, the director, no shade to him, were always kind of like just playing happy, playing up and light. And actually, he was so much more than that. He was a man with a lot of issues and, you know, a lot of history, you know, especially during being black during that time is, you know, we can't even get our heads around it now, you know, especially in America, where they had the Jim Crow laws, where if you was black, you couldn't, you know, go to the same bathroom, eat in the same restaurant as a white person, sit on the same, you know, bench. So yeah, he had a huge history, and unfortunately, it wasn't really put into the show. He was more kind of like cheesy lines and songs, but it is what it is. I'm not the director, I'm not the writer, and it was a good show, but it just wasn't the
okay.
Didn't have the layers.
Because there's another question there for you as well.
Do you really feel that large? I'll answer that first. I think yes, definitely. I think there will. I think we have to be realistic as Black people and realize that we are a very small percentage if you look at UK as a whole. I think sometimes when you're from London, you tend to think there's Black people everywhere, and the further north you go, you start to realize actually
it starts to get quite white. It starts getting quite beige. It gets beige.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So a show that you and your friends and your family may all be talking about at home is not the same show that Doreen from Preston is watching. So I think as much as we can put pressure on TV companies to put more Black faces on screen, I think we have to be realistic to a degree. And one of my friends always said to me, and I'm going to be totally honest with you, he said, these are people who put you in shackles and slavery, and have oppressed you for most of time in terms of, I don't want to say the time, but I mean, why are they going to start putting you on TV and allowing you to have so much? You do have to think about that. So I think, yes, there will be much more Black stories and a lot more Black actors, but I think.
Yeah, but don't you find at the end of the day, them not want to tell our stories through their own skin?
And that too, exactly. So I think they're not totally going to give us the reign, and they certainly aren't going to allow us to dominate. And I think if you look at Twitter, there was a Black campaign. No, there was a campaign. I think they had Black faces in it, and people were pissed off. They were like, "Why are Black people on adverts? Why are they?" You know what I'm saying? So we have to realize that there is, as much as there is such a celebration of us and our stories and our faces put on TV, there is a lot of people who don't like that, who don't want to see that, and I do think.
And that's why I think we should just embrace the internet and do our own thing, and not worry about it, because we don't really hear the Asians complaining. The Asians don't complain, and they got a big frigging film industry. The Nigerians, the Africans have got a big industry of their own, and I think this lockdown thing has given us an opportunity to take advantage of that and possibly move in that direction, So tell us about this now. What's happening here? You look like you're proper.
Yeah, that was a show called Miss Saigon. It's written by the same man who wrote Les Mis, and it's about it's set in Vietnam, and it's about kind of like a Vietnamese woman trying to make it to America. So it's not one of my favorite shows, I'll be totally honest with you. It's very much kind of like the white hero, and all the Asians in it, all the Vietnamese are kind of seen as these kind of like opportunistic, kind of like, there's no independence there, there's no unity. It's all about being in America and living the American dream. And it's not my favorite show. Beautiful music, but I find it like offensive, and I didn't have the best time in it as well. Politically, I was just like, this show isn't great.
So what was your favorite show then? What was your favorite show?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. Right now, I'd say Prince of Egypt.
Okay.
I'm in the West End. I haven't got the biggest role, but people seem to love it. Telling a story from a film that I used to watch, and everyone's cool. Everyone's cast are great. The company is great. So to be able to perform to so many people is really fulfilling. So I'd say right now, Prince of Egypt is great. So I miss, and also as well, I haven't done it for so many months now that I do miss it. So maybe
you must feel rusty, bruv. You must feel rusty.
Me, proper rusty. Like I don't even know if I can even sing anymore.
That's how I felt. That's exactly
I don't know any of the lines, anything.
I felt exactly the same way when I went back to work last Friday, and but the moment I stepped on the stage, woo! The tongue start work. It was working. It was almost like I was talking out of Donna. It was like I felt like I was Donna, like my mouth was just running. I felt like I was I felt like I was Antigua and Donna and Astrid all wrapped up in one, just coming out with all this verbal diarrhea, so to speak.
Ladies.
Don't worry, JD. I'm just having a pop at a couple of people that I know. I love them so much. It's unbelievable. But the thing is that you've got your spare time, and I noticed you do some different.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next bout. This bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Introducing and fighting out of the blue corner for St. Mary ABC, George Spackman. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner for Real Resistance, Jude Paul. I now hand it over to the referee.
How did you get that, man? How did that come about?
Well, I'm an amateur boxer, so that was like on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And but I have, when I was doing Prince of Egypt, obviously you got 2 shows.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite tough because you're working 6 days a week. So I just couldn't put the training in that I really would have wanted to have. So the guy who set up the day of boxing just said, "Listen, Jay, I still want you there. Can you do some announcing?" So I just said, "You know what? I'll do it. I'll just be part of it." But I would have preferred to have fought that day, to be honest with you. So I was looking quite trim. I was quite in good shape, but I just couldn't commit to the training like I would have wanted to. I was too tired. 2 shows the night before, so yeah.
I think 2 shows would knacker out anybody, rude boy.
You know what I mean? I don't want to get knocked out. So.
What have you ever been knocked out?
No. I've been in sparring. I've been knocked down before. I got a body shot one. I had one of my first spars. I sparred the guy, Traveller, and he kind of took liberties with me. He knew I was a bit of a novice, so he kind of had his way with me and beat me up. But you know what? I took the licking and I came back and bust him up a few months later. So it's all good.
You got to know how to take a beating before you can give a beating. That's how I look at it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You can't just expect to just go in there and beat up people. Do you know what I mean? You got to be able to. You got to be able to take it. You know what I mean? You got to be able to take it. I mean, look, Panya, look. Was you actually filming or was you actually boxing there? Was that an actual bout? What was that one?
That is a funny story that I'm gonna try and be really quick with. I had an argument. That's why you need to be careful about who you argue with on social media. So I had an argument with a guy on Facebook. Didn't know him. I just had a few arguments with him because we was in a boxing group where we discussed boxing. Anyway, one day we had this really big argument, and then out of nowhere he made this video saying, "Listen, Jay, I'll fight you. I've got a friend of a friend who's a boxing promoter. He's got a boxing event on. I'll give you 2 months to train and we can fight in my hometown. There's kind of 700 people. I'll pay you $1,000. And I was like,
"You'll pay you $1,000? Okay."
Yeah. I actually said to him, forget the grand. I actually kind of allowed him off with $1,000. And I just said, just pay for my travel down. So I got me, my brother, my 2 best friends all the way in Swindon. Didn't know anyone, 700 people there, screaming abuse. I went in there and beat him up. Well, I won. So the craziest thing I've done. But you live once. So you have to do all you can.
So what? So you actually got in there and the 2 of you was giving it?
Yeah. So basically, imagine there's you've got a big troll on social media one day, and it just happens that troll offers you out for a fight, and you just say, "You know what? I've got all the time in my hands, so let me go down and fight him." So that's pretty much how that happened.
Yeah. But you don't stop there. This is what I really like about you. You don't stop there. Come on, Sam. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Come on, Sam. There you go. 1, 2, 3, Sam. 1, 2, 3. You look like you actually know what you're doing there, JD. You really do. You really do. I watched you on this one and I thought to myself, watching that, showing him how to throw the punch, helping him out. Yeah, I've got to say big respect, bro. I've got to say big respect, because you don't have to spend the time with the youth. You know what I mean? You really don't. You really don't. And what I like in actual fact is what came out of it, which was this.
Yeah. No, he had a really he was someone who came into boxing quite late, and we just worked on him and helped him with confidence, and it was really nice. He won his fight, but it's really nice to see. And it went into fighting strangers on social media to actually being interested in doing it as a coach. So I've got my British English level 1 coaching degree qualification. So it's something I enjoy doing, and if I can help underprivileged inner city youths, just take all that aggression and energy and put it into boxing.
Because that's the one thing I've noticed that the both of you do actually have in common, is that you actually do help the youth. I mean, you're the kind of work that you do, Jules. It's not boxing, is it? But it is working alongside gangs, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that's something else to do. Not with gangs. It's actually working with professionals to understand what the social factors are as to why young people become affiliated with gangs. So yeah.
So he takes them off the street, and you get professionals to understand why they behave the way that they do.
Yeah, because if people don't understand what sort of is the sitting place, then it's a lot easier for young people to become affiliated with gangs when there's less resources available for them to access. So things like boxing, which used to be the norm, which were attached to youth clubs and stuff like that, and all the other extracurricular activities and social housing and all the other stuff that was in place, which isn't now, means that more young people are drawn into gangs because it's quick access, easy money, and a new form of family. So yeah, I do. So
because is that the sort of thing that, like, once you guys get them in the gym, JD, do you create that sort of like family vibe for some of the youths that come in?
I mean, we try. I think we try and be an intervention. I mean, me as a black man, my main job is acting.
But you're so much more than that. This is what we're learning. You're so much more.
Yeah, so I try and be I don't want to say inspiration, but I try and say a good example. Try and be a role model. I'm not perfect, but and I think it's about just being attentive and giving them some care that I don't think sometimes they get at school, and sometimes they don't get at home. So I think you can't force someone to come to the boxing gym, but you can try and make them feel like it's a safe place and a place where they can be respected and treated like, and not patronizing. I think, unfortunately, there's a lot of young black boys who are not only are they patronized, but there's a low expectations, and they can feel it. They can feel it from the teachers. They can feel that these teachers don't rate them and don't think they're going to amount to anything. So I think when they come to the boxing gym, obviously it's boxing, it's not academics, but I think I think when you can dedicate yourself to boxing, I think you can use that quality of turning up, having your gum shield, having your wraps, having your boots, training.
There's a lot of discipline that's
the repetition, because boxing in itself is actually quite monotonous. And if you can do that, then you can use that into a lot of other areas that totally away from contact sports. So,
of course, because it's more that you're giving them when they come in there. Because once they leave, they've got all. I see it as a form of discipline, and not so much just discipline, but some sort of structure, some place that they know that they can go to at particular times of the week, where they can find someone, And then it's nice knowing that there are people like Donna who are out there giving these so-called professionals an insight into the psychology behind our culture, because they really, we understand British culture better than British culture understands us and where we're coming from and what we're about. And I really do like what Donna's just now put there. She said you are both definitely a good example. What an amazing role model. See, because you would take it for granted like it's nothing, to be honest with you, JD, that you do what you do. You just see it as, oh, I'm just doing boxing and whatever you. But when they come into the realms of like Jules, and she sees the gang side, she sees the drug side, she sees that side you won't see, but that's where they'll end up, so to speak, and if there isn't people like Jules getting these people to understand, look, this is why we behave the way that we do, because there was one statistic that you gave me that really blew my mind, Julia, and that was the 14-year-old kids. Do you remember what that statistic was?
What about teenage pregnancy?
About teenage pregnancy, 14-year-old teenage pregnancy. Yeah, could you tell everybody?
Yeah, so there was a teenage pregnancy act that was put in place to reduce teenage pregnancy by half by this year, 2020. But there are more single parents that are over 30 than there are for young people, mums. But Birmingham, about 10 years ago, had the worst teenage pregnancy in the whole of Europe.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
That's the worst. Birmingham, underage, 14. Do you know what I mean? I'm going Birmingham, them look like them slack. No, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it that way. But what I'm going to say is, it's been great talking to you guys. Obviously, time has caught us up, and I think we can establish that you both do great jobs. You do great things, and I'm hoping that I will look on the web once again and see you not by accident this time, JD. You know what I mean? But deliberately placed there, and if everybody does get the opportunity, what was the theatre production you're in when it's back out again?
It's called The Prince of Egypt. It's at the Dominion Theatre. I wish I could tell you it'll be back in November, as stated on their website, but we're still waiting for the government to give us the green light. But definitely come support. It's based on the film. Got some brilliant singers, brilliant dancing, some great actors. So yeah, bring the family. It's a great production. So stay tuned for whenever that comes back.
Yeah, because it'd be good to go out and support him, you know what I mean, and see what JD's about, because sometimes even when I'm on the road, it feels lonely that I don't see brothers and sisters come out. Do you know what I mean? Because I know that we love theatre just as much as everybody else, even though some of the ticket price kind of steep, you know what I mean? But
hit me up on the discounts. I got you. Hit me up on the discounts.
So you hear that? If you guys see you, I'm flashing across there. I've sent you his some contact details. So if there's any time that if you guys feel like you want to go, let him know. Do you know what I mean? So you've got an in to that. So please do take advantage of that. And Jules, chocolate, I love you.
Thank you.
I love you.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. So thank you very much for tuning in, people. And hopefully I will see you guys on Wednesday morning. You guys don't go away.
pictures that we have.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. Thank you very much, people. I hope I didn't piss you guys off too much. It was just a bit of fun, really. It was just a bit of fun. And it was great getting.
Are we no longer live?
No, we're no longer live now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ended. You're fine. You're fine. No, you're fine. Even though I can see that them lot are still talking. They're actually still talking. As you can see, the time just goes whaps. I mean, we believe it or not, Jules. Me and you were talking for coming up to nearly 25 minutes.
Wow.
Pushing into half an hour,
Wow.
and I knew we didn't really get to where we wanted to get to. But never mind. We got out as much as we possibly could. I know that JD's aware, but I'd like to invite both of you onto the Saturday show. This is DJ Countryman and myself. Yeah, it's more fun. If you haven't got the time, I understand. Okay, it's at 10 a.m. and basically it's a yes/no game that gets played, whereby you have a conversation with DJ Countryman. You're not allowed to say yes. You're not allowed to say no. Okay. But we also get an opportunity once again, especially with yourself, JD, to let people know what you're doing and that they can come and check you out at the theatre, because we'll ask you about everything that you do and what have you. Do you know what I mean? And just let people know. And also we can send them back to YouTube to go and have a look at, you know what I mean, what was out there. I mean, that series did over 100,000, as you already know.
Yeah, it did well. And yeah, the funny thing is, I'm actually still getting